Welcome to our podcast,
The Literal Worst.
a podcast with me, Zane.
And me, Amy.
Join us as we talk about all of our favorite things.
And make fun of each other.
This is The Literal Worst. Yeah, I'm loving this mood lighting. I'm feeling it.
I like it. I feel like we're recording a different podcast now.
Our hip new podcast.
Our hip new podcast.
Oh, speaking of podcasts, we're recording a new podcast. Episode 3.
What do you know?
The Reckoning. It's a trilogy. We're a trilogy now.
Oh, it's perfect. Well, hopefully not. I'd like to record more of these.
No, Amy. You're
This
perfect.
is the end. Oh.
Moments.
They're moments. Family friendly.
Lots of moments. Loving. The theme of this episode is loving and family friendly.
Oh.
Which is great because our guest is going to have a fun time with that.
Today
Speaking of guests, we have a
guest. We have a guest in our podcast.
a guest today who loves listening to our podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, and our website.
Oh, nice plug.
Yep, self promo right there. But speaking of our guest, Amy, could you introduce our guest for us?
Our guest is my lovely girlfriend, Emma.
Oh.
Hello, friends.
Oh, she knows the
knows the
podcast name.
name.
She's already there. It's pretty basic, but
Emma's with it.
I want you guys to understand how difficult it was for me not to be giggling the entire time.
I
I had to be silent. That was so hard.
Well, we're faking this, or not faking, but just working really hard to just have genuine reactions to each other. We're just like, oh.
cute.
Meanwhile, inside, we're just like, I hate trying to be nice right now.
Right.
But yeah, so Emma, like, what do you do? Like, what's your thing? Are you a student? Blah, blah, blah. All that business.
Well, I'm really poor. So no, I'm not a student.
Oh.
I work as a barista, sort of at 2 places now.
Yeah. She just
Is
got
one
a
of those
job
places
at a
Starbucks?
place.
Neither of those places are Starbucks.
Oh, don't get her started about
Oh,
Starbucks.
do you want me to talk about Starbucks right now?
Go ahead,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think you want me to talk about Starbucks. Okay, I'm going to talk about Starbucks. Here's the thing about Starbucks. They burn their grounds. Like, before they even get to the coffee shop that is Starbucks, they burn their grounds.
I think I knew that was a thing. But don't they do that on purpose?
I don't know if they do it on purpose. I just know that they do it. And so then they try to cover it up with more syrup, but you can still taste the bitterness of the grounds that were poorly roasted. So then you have like just a sickly sweet thing with a bitter out. It's bad.
My pet peeve is that when I get my caramel latte and I'm drinking it, because if I'm taking the time to like sit down and have coffee with someone, I'll take the lid off and enjoy it like as a normal latte. But I get to the bottom and I see those grounds at the bottom. I was like, excuse me?
Well, that's just a poorly prepared portafilter.
Exactly. Ooh, that
Yeah,
fancy word.
bring in the lingo.
I mean, that's like the most like basic thing to say when you're like at the coffee shop. You're like, what a poorly prepared portafilter.
It's just the thing that you put the grounds in, and then you put it in the espresso machine, and you go cha-chink. Which, if you can't see me,
I'm sorry. What do you do?
You go cha-chink.
Oh, I see.
You put it in and you rotate it.
Very-
That's the hand motion I
But
made.
I could just
descriptive
see
for
someone
the
just like
listeners at home.
sipping their coffee and be like, that portafilter was very poorly prepared.
No, you can't. Okay, because here's the other thing about coffee with
getting real deep.
Starbucks.
Here she goes.
See, you really shouldn't have got me started. You should have listened to Amy. No, if you're the good the
Music.
the sign of a good drink is if you can drink it hot and it tastes good, and also when it's cold, which you
I
can't
would
do
say
with
that too.
Starbucks.
Well, that's different. I would say that my caramel macchiato is quite good, hot and
Did
cold.
you just say caramel macchiato?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do you want to learn
Did I
about
really-
macchiatos?
I know what a real macchiato is, but when I go to Starbucks, I have to call it a caramel macchiato to get the drink that I want. I know it's not.
Macchiato. It's a little code.
I feel more empowered that I know.
Starbucks
I feel
baristas.
empowered that I know that it's not actually that.
I'm glad that you go to Starbucks and you know everything that's wrong with them. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, but I still am okay with how it tastes at the end. Like I'm okay with my product at the
I
end.
really like their peppermint hot chocolates because it's my comfort drink. I can't drink their mochas though. I just can't do it.
I don't like their mochas either. One time I got an iced mocha and it was a bad process. It was real
I
bad.
cried the whole day.
Almost. Yeah, I was more sad that I paid for it and I didn't like it.
Oh.
But then there are the days when I go to Kova Coffee, product placement.
Yeah,
for Kova
you
Coffee.
took me there.
I love that place.
Real hip.
It's
I've heard
so
good
good.
things.
It's so
I
good.
think you would like it.
It's very hip where like You walk in and you automatically feel like you need to go change into like a beanie and an oversized raincoat.
The first time you brought me in there, I looked at you and I said, I feel like I'm contractually obligated to be working on my screenplay right now.
Yes.
I don't have a screenplay, but I need to be writing a screenplay here.
And I felt like we had to whisper everything because I felt like people would feel judged around us. 'Cause there was literally someone like sitting on their laptop, like obviously typing something fervently
Deep in thought.
Their screenplay.
There we go.
about us talking about them, how
Oh,
introspective.
it comes around.
Be great.
Do you know who the roaster is? Because I'm sort of a giant coffee snob now.
No, there's Stumptown.
I took.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Stumptown's the best.
Yeah, obviously. I
Wait,
wasn't.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't Stumptown. I
Yes,
took a
it
picture.
was.
No.
Did it have the rooster?
It was not Stumptown. I remember because I took a picture because I wanted to show Emma.
You never showed me.
Well, I didn't,
Why do you
and
hate me?
my phone isn't here. But maybe
We have to
after the
break up.
break. Oh well, after that break, I guess. On today's podcast, Amy breaks up with her girlfriend live on the air.
Dang. There goes our family-friendly warning.
There we go.
We break up at least
Yes.
3 times a day. So it's
Sorry,
not really a big deal.
iTunes.
This time on e-television.
Yeah.
Seriously. But we're so glad to have you, Emma. And last week, if you listened to last week's podcast, which Emma didn't call
I
out,
haven't had a chance.
she loved the first episode.
I did. It was really good. My whole family listened to it. With
Um,
me. It was great.
It's cute.
And as we mentioned last week's episode, you need to listen to it multiple times if there's multiple people listening because we need those views.
Give us the
Okay, you're right.
views.
I'll just have it go in the background while I'm sleeping.
Do
Or
it
even
for the
better,
applause,
in your
applause.
review on iTunes, you can leave, oh yeah, I listened to this with 20 other people. So then we can know that there were 20 other people listening as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
And
that's
we'll just play it 20 times to compensate.
Exactly.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, it just works out for everyone.
Well, you know, we're moving, so I've got to pack stuff tomorrow by myself alone. It's going to be really sad. While
So you're
at
listening to
work.
yourself on our podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to all 3 of them.
There you go. A marathon. Oh my gosh. Hashtag the literal worst marathon.
I love it.
You can throw a literal worst throw the literal worst party.
Oh,
we
this is down.
really picked a good name. Like, not to toot our own horn, but there's
It's the literal
we've got
worst.
options. It's the literal worst.
I'm
We
just
have
saying,
the literal worst website.
Throw the literal worst party and have your friends over and listen to our podcast, and it could be the literal worst party.
We need
You
to
could get little party favors with our faces on
I was
it.
gonna say we need to start licensing.
We need to
some
monetize this now.
right now. It's happening.
Go to our website, buy our merch.
For all 20 of your followers should. Anyway.
Yes, for all 4 of our followers, thank you. They're dedicated fans. But as I was saying, on last week's episode, we introduced some questions that we'll be asking all of our guests that come on, which was kind of foreshadowing you coming onto the podcast. And I asked Amy the questions that we're going to ask our guests. So here we go.
Okay.
There are 3 of them. Yes, there are 3 of them. And they're all very like insights into you very quickly because
I told you should have given me a study guide.
some of them are ridiculous
I'm out
and
now.
some of them are pretty deep. And Amy made the ridiculous ones deep and the deep ones ridiculous.
I never would have guessed.
So the first one, if you had to fly somewhere right now, what country / city or like area would you go to? Like someone said, hey, Delta Airlines, this is not sponsored by Delta Airlines, but they're like, we're going to pay for you to fly anywhere you want in the world right now, but you have to go right now. Go.
Playa del Carmen in Mexico.
Ooh.
Oh.
Although, actually, you know, that's a really poor choice because of Hurricane Matthew
Oh.
right now. But,
Is that on the other side?
that's in Florida.
Mysterious twist to the end of the question. You're stuck there. Oh.
Well, I think it'd be okay. They're probably prepared for that sort of thing. I don't know what their hurricane reactions are. That's not one.
I saw a cool thing on Facebook that people can like say that they're safe.
Yeah, they did
Oh.
that a few natural disasters ago. They implemented
Yeah.
that.
I thought that was
Really
really
cool.
cool. And
Yeah.
I'm like, nice moment.
Oh, but I picked Playa del Carmen because we went there on vacation, and it's very pretty. It's very touristy, but if you go like 3 blocks away from the ocean, it's just all really fun houses and things. So
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So that one was more whimsical, but this one gets deep. And Amy made this whimsical. But I,
Oh,
want-
yeah.
but I don't want you to answer whimsically.
okay,
If you could write one tweet, which is like 140, I think, characters, that every human on Earth will see, what would you write?
oh god, this is like my senior quote all over again.
Can I just tell you what Amy answered?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
No,
Oh,
I
wanna
want her to
know.
guess it. I want her to guess it after
but,
her answer.
But I'm going to answer first.
Do I get a hint as to what yours is?
No.
No.
I mean, the hint should be that you've been dating me for a year
Okay,
now.
Emma,
I mean,
go.
yes, but
Emma, answer.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm not on Twitter that often. I'm not very good at tweeting.
But just a
A
short
short-
statement.
A short message for the whole world to see. Don't burn your grounds.
Don't burn your grounds, and don't order 6 shots of decaf.
Well,
There's
again,
little
another opportunity
little
to.
foreshadowing into another segment today.
I'm just saying, there's the opportunity to change the world.
You squandered it.
I don't think so.
And Amy's answer was in emojis,
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
it was the cat heart eyes emoji.
Because here's my thinking. The whole world's gonna see it. Why would I write it in English?
Brilliant.
But you could at
Yeah.
least do some, like, even if you use emojis, you could at least do something that's like a world, like the earth emoji and then the heart or something.
Yeah,
like
be a
something,
cat and love everyone.
Yeah,
Changing the world.
I'm not just saying this because I'm dating her. I kind of got to go with Amy's answer.
Well, that was fun.
What was your answer, Zane?
I haven't answered these yet
Why?
because I'll answer them on an upcoming episode.
Oh, gotta keep listening.
Gotta keep listening against your will. But the last question, you can have only one media streaming app. And I said YouTube was okay last time, but I'm going to say not YouTube included.
Okay.
You still have YouTube. You have one media streaming outlet, like Netflix, Hulu, whatever, and you only have access to that one. What would you choose?
Pandora. That's media, right? That's what you mean?
I would say, I guess, for me, I have like 9,000 like TVs, movie streaming apps on my iPad. So like, I'm just like, if I could have one, it would be a very hard decision.
See, that's not really hard for me. I really only use Netflix or YouTube.
See, I originally probably would have picked YouTube, but they've gone through so many like restriction changes recently.
YouTube has some moments.
Yeah, like a lot of the stuff that I originally could have gotten on YouTube is now being restricted. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to go
And like
with
all that
anymore.
YouTube Red business. And did you
Yeah.
see the new like partnership program for like that to get people reporting people?
There's a
No.
lot of shenanigans. I just know my brothers were watching some YouTubers, and they're like, one day they had like 7 bajillion videos, but because some of them had swear words in them, they were just gone the next day. Like,
Well,
didn't
yeah,
give
because
any
they started
warning.
this thing that was like they want to have users reporting videos that go against the terms of service on YouTube, but they made it like a gamification. So like you get points for reporting things, and the more points you get, the higher leeway you have in like reporting things, and it's really it's like
bizarre.
it's like a YouTube vigilante
I was
program.
gonna say this is
Citizens arrest.
Yeah.
But it's really bad because people are
attrition.
targeting YouTubers and things that they don't
Yeah.
like, and it's kind of becoming like a big deal.
Yeah, I don't see how they didn't see that coming.
But like the
honestly.
big thing is that it's not really taking down videos, but it's removing monetization from videos. So that's the big part of it, is that people are losing their income.
I just think that based on YouTube's recent actions, I don't know how much longer they're going to be around.
Yeah, I could say that, because then there's like things like Full Screen and stuff that are like producing more stuff for themselves, because they produce a lot of podcasts now. They do like the big epic video podcast sets and stuff, because they bought a bunch of different podcasts from YouTubers, because like Grace Helbig's podcast used to be like pretty like they did it in her house, and now it's like on a huge sound stage, and like it's a big deal.
Really?
Yeah, and that just happened. But
Is she the one that does the cooking videos?
That's Hannah Hart.
Oh.
Same
That's her
trifecta.
friend.
I'm glad you could tell.
Yeah, well then Mamie Hart
My
does the
Drunk
drinking
Kitchen.
videos. Different. There's two hearts in the
gosh.
Helbig.
See, I don't even go on YouTube that often as it is.
Nice. Well, that was pretty successful with our guest questions or guestrins.
Guestions. That was my idea. I'm just going to go right out there and say that.
I'm okay with that.
I haven't come around.
I was really proud
I
of
think
it.
it's pretty great.
It's a portmanteau. It's great. What's wrong
Well,
with you
we'll
can't go
see.
wrong with a portmanteau.
You're right.
Definition of portmanteau.
Words used mushed together.
Okay,
like
cool.
guestions.
Got
Okay,
it.
wait a
Like
sec-
ship names.
Wait a second.
Yeah, also like ship names.
We're not covering
Wait a
this, Amy.
Wait
I
second.
have my pass certificate from Ivy Language Arts, so I don't need to.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. The play that we were in, when we were in The Importance of Being Earnest,
Yeah.
there was like importance. Like you said the word portmanteau. It wasn't.
I don't think I did. I think
You did. No, you did. You did because you had to go. You were the butler.
Yeah.
And you had to go in and say, "Oh, I will move the portmanteaus to the drawing room or whatever." I remember.
I don't
that.
think I said that.
No, you said that. I will bet you. I will bet you here and now in front of
I
all
don't-
my friends and family.
I don't think I said that.
I am sure you did.
You know why? Because I only like 3 lines, and I definitely knew all 3 of them.
Amy, I can back you up here.
Oh, yeah.
Because in my AP English
How do
class,
you- oh, you
we
weren't
read
there.
we read The Importance of Being Earnest.
Which butler said it?
I was the butler.
Which one?
I was both of them.
Oh.
Well, see, I was only one of the butlers, so it could have been the other butler.
Okay, well, I'm still willing to bet.
Just saying.
Right
The
here,
words are
right
in there.
now.
That's the important part.
Okay. Well, moving on. Now that I'm angry, we're gonna do our favorite things, the literal worst things of the week.
The literal
so,
worst
so,
things.
so I think we're gonna have Amy go first because I don't want to talk anymore.
All right. My favorite song of the week is Blood on the Leaves by Kanye West. I've learned something about myself.
Stop.
Yeah, no. I've learned something about myself recently, like within this last week. And that thing is that I love Kanye West. Zane is now leaving the podcast. No, because here's
I
the
quit.
thing.
We're done. Stop recording.
Okay, but if you hear her out, she's got some good reasoning, and I'm kind of behind it.
What if you were Kanye West? I would be really impressed.
Kanye West bursts out of my chest. No, 'cause if you look at him through like just seeing the media, just watching, superficially looking at Kanye West, then he's just another jerk. But there's some really compelling evidence for him as an artist. Like a capital A artist. I've got some videos. Maybe I'll link in the website. It's a really good song. It samples Nina Simone. It's so good. It's really good. It goes really hard. I gotta say that the one thing getting me through this week has been Yeezus. It's the album. It's so good.
I refuse
it's so
to
good.
comment.
It's so good. I will stand my ground.
Well, you can move on then to your favorite thing and not.
I got so wrapped up in that I just forgot what my favorite thing is.
Wow, way to go. Okay,
You know what? My favorite thing is Kanye West. And I think...
Oh, because he's an entity now?
Yes.
Well, he thinks he is.
Exactly.
God.
That's a good song. That is a good
That's a song?
Yeah. It's called I Am a God. It's good.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
Wait, Amy, I'm going to let you finish. But Beyonce had the best music video of all time.
Okay, Mr. Beyonce over here.
That
I
was-
think you would appreciate
That
it.
was a great Kanye reference.
That's good, but
Thank you.
I suppose I'll let
Thank
you have
you.
that one.
Thank you, self. I'm doing a great job.
Okay, good job. All right.
Well, I guess it's my turn.
I guess so.
My song of the week is a recent song. I would say it's recent. Technically it's 2 songs off the same album, so I'm gonna go with that. It's Ariana Grande's Dangerous Woman album.
I like that song. The album, the whole album. It's in my
Yeah,
head right now.
so they're Into You and Side to Side are 2 really good songs that I really, really like.
Do you know how much? It's track number 5. I know that because I skim to it like every time.
I don't have the whole album. I just listen to it on Spotify.
So
it's
glad
like
you guys are
playlist.
bonding.
But I just
So
love the
cute.
songs. I just love that in Side to Side, Ariana puts like a riff in the middle of the chorus every time. So it's just like no normal human can sing that. Just have fun. Good luck with it.
That's the one that Nicki Minaj is in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I was like 98% sure, but then I couldn't think, and I just love her puns on her own name, like all the time. It's great.
But it's funny because they
I had
performed
to
it.
explain that to
They
you.
performed it at the VMAs, and in the music video, they're riding like bikes, like fitness bikes, like doing spin class.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, in real life, there's no way she could perform that and sing that while doing the bike thing. And at the VMAs, confirmed that notion. And she was out of breath the whole time. She's like, you could just tell the
she
whole time.
tried.
You could just tell the whole time she's just catching up with her breath. And then Nicki Minaj comes out and does her thing, and you can tell she just kind of like breathes, and then she sings the rest of the song really, really well. You're just like, cool. She got like a break after, because she like started doing the song. She was like biking and singing at the same time. Then she got off the bike and like started running around. You're just like,
Girl.
I'm tired for you. Oh, but yeah.
Someone get her a Gatorade.
But then my favorite thing.
Not
We've had lots of non-sponsors.
sponsored.
Just in case you think we don't have 90,000 sponsors.
Yeah.
But But my favorite thing would have to be Stranger Things, that Netflix show.
Oh,
Definitely-
it's because the thing.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things. That's great.
You guys can't see this, but I'm strangling Amy now for that pun.
It's really.
I'm glad that this was the one that did it.
I literally watched. So it's an 8-episode season, and I watched it in 2.5 days.
Why are you so slow?
I was like, good.
Because some of us have to do homework because we're students trying to get our bachelor's degrees.
I'm sorry that I'm poor and
I ain't
work.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's not right.
Alright,
Beyonce reference.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I'm glad that you got the reference before I said it. So I'm
It
proud
plays
of
in
it.
the cafe.
I was gonna say, don't
Yeah.
tell Zane that it only plays in the cafe.
It's a great song.
It is a good song.
It is good.
It's a really good song.
Have you seen the music video? Her
Boy,
dress,
bye.
I would let
Have
her
I
murder
seen
me.
the music video?
Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd clarify. But oh my god, just everything. I would let her murder me with that baseball bat. Like, not even a question.
That's a different song. Thank you.
I
That's
can't always
Hold
hear
Up.
it. No.
Don't even. Amy learned this the hard way the first
'cause she's-
episode.
no,
Do not
because she's in the
question him
water
at
at the
Beyonce
beginning,
knowledge.
And she's doing talking about the Bible, and she's underwater, and then she opens the door, and she's got the.
Oh my god,
flowy
those are
dress.
5 different songs.
I'm so confused.
I'm crying.
Okay, but
No, here's where the confusion lies. There's like an MTV loop that plays in the cafe where she works, and I think they've
It's
cut.
like American Eagle with the TV. So play
Yeah,
the music
basically.
video.
It is, and I think it's cut different parts of Lemonade.
Well, no, I've seen. Sorry was released as a music video, but the rest of the Lemonade stuff was not in there. It was just Sorry.
Well, I don't know.
So.
I don't know.
they played a couple of Beyonce
So-
songs, and I
So
might
just
have
so you
gotten
guys
mixed
know, as
together.
listeners, we're gonna watch the entire Lemonade hour-long movie after this, so
I'm
she
down.
can get educated. But
I'm
yeah.
a scrub now.
Well, oh Emma, your turn.
Oh,
Song and thing.
don't at the same time as me.
Ooh.
You nerd. I'm sorry. It's
We're not allowed to say that on the
Just keep
film.
okay. I've been told I can't swear,
We'll
which is
we'll
which
bleep it out.
So far, I've been okay with, but I just it's a term of affection. I don't. Okay.
Here, just
Go, move on.
over it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Get your flow.
Song first, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. My favorite song
However you feel.
this week is "Sand" by Nathan Lanier, which
What is that?
probably no one has heard except for Amy.
Oh.
Amy only knows about it because I make her listen to it all the time because it's not like a classical piece, but it doesn't have any words. You guys are music people. Tell me what that is.
It's like it's kind of incidental movie music type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good.
Like orchestral, but with like choir,
No.
or is it?
So some of his stuff does have a choir.
Or is
Yeah,
it just
this one
straight up
specifically
instrumental
doesn't.
music?
that one is just instrumental.
Cool.
It's really good. It makes you feel like you're going on an adventure.
It's true. It makes doing the laundry very different.
I have an entire channel on my Pandora that's the Audio Machine channel, and Audio Machine is another band that does stuff like Nathan Lanier that all sounds like film scores, but it's not actually film scores a lot of the
Yeah.
time, and it makes homework much more fun. So
I do music education in school, but like another thing I do is I do a lot of composition. I write my own music, which is fun. But I'm working
Nerd.
on like a project that's gonna be like, hopefully, if it comes to the fruition the way I want it to, it's gonna be like an album of music.
ooh,
So it's like 7 different songs, and the last song in the set is kind of following that movie score, but it's all a cappella, which is interesting.
Oh.
It's turning out really well. I'll preview it after the podcast, so you can
Oh,
hear a couple seconds of it.
how delightful!
Some juicy chords.
Juicy chords, some tasty chords.
But yeah, awesome. And your favorite thing?
Oh, my favorite thing. You know, Amy and I were talking about this earlier because we knew I was going to be coming on the podcast, and I was trying really hard while I was sitting here to think of a favorite thing, and I couldn't think of a favorite thing.
Wow,
So
there's a
I'm
theme
t-
detected.
But consider, no one listening can see this, but I just pulled Amy close.
And I'm
because
rolling
she
my
is-
eyes.
She is my favorite thing.
Oh,
Someone has to. And on that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. So we'll see you later. We'll be right back. Bye. Oh my gosh, guys, we're back on the podcast. We're back after our break. where we sit
We're
and
back-
be silent
back
because we
again.
hate talking to each other.
I think I have like a finite amount of words I can say to people, and then I have to recharge in between. So
What if you just-
in the breaks and just kind of
What if during the podcast, we're just during like the second half of the podcast, suddenly Amy just goes, "Well, I was talking,"
I just ran out of words.
slips up, just falls over. You just hear, oh, another one bites the dust. But yeah, so
I don't think
you
we have
guys
threads
brought
for
something
that.
up to me during our break of a topic that you guys really wanted to talk
We
about, and
did.
you're prepared. You got scripts, you got papers.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
we've been
I'll-
planning this since I learned that I was going to be invited onto this podcast.
Yeah, I'll introduce it. So
Go
there's
ahead.
there's this book that I stole from Zane for about a year.
I read it too. It's really
You
good.
didn't steal it. I loaned it to you, and I
That's
said,
good.
"Give this back to me in a little bit." And then a year later, you're like, "Hey, do you want that book back?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that book that I own that I don't have it in my house anymore."
So I read it, and then Emma read it too. It's by the Stranger. I guess it's a kind of an online newspaper, as far as I surmised.
Wasn't
It's
it?
called How to Be a Person.
Yeah, I bought it
Wasn't
at
it like a
Pals.
compilation of their articles that they?
It was
sort
a
of-
bunch
It
of
might have
different
been.
people.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of different writers.
Yeah, I bought it at Pals. It was on sale. I bought it like the week I moved to Portland.
Oh.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, at the very end of that book, spoiler alert, it's not really a linear plot, so. Anyway, at the end of the book,
It's not a storyline.
yeah, there's this list of kinds of people that there are, and it's so funny.
The whole book's absolutely hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's a great book.
and it's not 100% family friendly, so I'm not going to go out the title because I don't know the title either.
I already said
but
the title.
it's something, a variant of that.
I already said the
Oh well.
It's
she
a
didn't-
variant of what the title you said
Yeah,
it was.
she didn't give the second part that has the less friendly.
Yeah.
family friendly.
So,
Oh, right. Okay.
but it's a really funny book, and it's college oriented. So there's lots of college things that you learn, but it's really funny and it's really good. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah,
So
so
people-
the kinds of people that there are, it just lists a bunch of things. Like one of the kinds of people that there are is people who, whenever you say hobo, they correct you and say vagrant or something. That's
very specific.
I know they're all really specific like that, but it's like
Yeah.
everyone knows some guy like that. So Emma and I decided that we are going to do a little more specific and do the kinds of people that there are at our jobs.
And I have two lists because I'm going to talk about two different jobs because I had them at the same time when
My man got 2 jobs.
There's so many stories I could tell about working at this hotel that I worked at. I'm not going to name it because I had to sign an NDA with the last owner and I don't
Oh,
even
really?
want to go there.
Dang.
You know what that
Yeah.
did? Is that just meant that we all talked to each other more and continued to tell our friends and family even more about the place being
That's
crazy.
That's great. So like, when something crazy goes down, they're just like, you can't talk about this.
Yeah, we totally did anyways because it was a garbage restriction.
A hotel of all places to be a no disclosure
Like-
agreement. For those who don't know what NDA is, no disclosure agreement.
I know why. Like every now and then we get a famous person. Like on my last month there, I actually booked a room. He was gonna stay in August, so I can talk about it now. I booked a room for the guy who plays the bad guy in the Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Jason Voorhees,
Dang.
his actor. Yeah.
Well, because for
His meat suit.
never mind. I was gonna say something. I'm moving on. That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't get to meet him, and I know that this is probably if anyone knows anything about this, but a year before I started working there, Reese Witherspoon was staying there while she filmed Wild.
Wild. Oh my gosh, I love Reese
So,
Witherspoon.
if you know where she was staying, I
Ah.
worked at one of those places.
Oh my gosh, you should have told me. I'm gonna
I
come.
wasn't working there when she was there.
Boo! I have yet to benefit from this
It's giving
friendship.
thumbs down.
Well,
time.
we get to make fun of Amy together. That's the
Yay.
whole reason our
I
friendship exists.
know.
Friendship.
I don't think we've done
Air
that. a
high
lot. Air
five.
We need to do that more for the rest of the podcast.
Oh, great.
What's new? But in the light of making fun of people, tell us.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Amy or
I'll go
Or you
first.
have to go back and forth? I don't know.
I think.
I'll just let it flow.
Yeah.
Cool.
let
Go
it
ahead.
happen.
Flow.
So I work at a particular low-cost grocery store. I won't say anything more than that. So one of the kinds of people that there are is middle-aged men who wear horribly inappropriate T-shirts. And this is like a lot of people. Like I see it all the time, and I have to look at these people and
whenever
be
I
like,
see those-
"Hi, did you find everything all right today?" And then they have to look at me and just know what they're doing.
And by inappropriate, I'm assuming you mean like graphic tees with not with interesting statements on them.
Oh yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
they're like visually graphic too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad.
So like I see those people and I'm just like, oh, where are you getting these? Like Spencer's?
Probably.
Here's what I've decided I'm gonna start doing when I see those t-shirts. I'm going to look at them and be like, oh, what does your shirt mean? And then just stare at them. I'm going to look them straight in the eyes while they explain to me what their shirt means. I am going to make them pay for their actions. I'm not mad.
Making America great again.
And so, Zane, I want to tell you about one of these shirts. I can't because it's definitely not what you want your podcaster to be. I'm just going to tell you that it's the McDonald's shirt. It doesn't really have anything to do
How about you
with
tell me,
McDonald's.
and I'll put some lovely music over it so you can tell me what it is. I want to
Okay,
hear
I
it.
can do. You can do that.
So I can
Okay.
react to it. Just go
So
ahead.
this is a shirt that Amy saw on this man. It said. Only
And keyword. I'm also gonna. I'm not even gonna put music over this. I'm just gonna beep the whole thing.
Okay, that's cool. That works. That's
With it
perfect.
stopping in the middle to hear me talking.
Yeah, that's good. And anytime I'm not like this is good. So anyway, sorry.
Keep going.
And that is why I hate people.
Well, I'm glad.
That's like one of the more tame ones I've seen too. It's bad. It's bad. I'm in a rough part of town.
You should just carry a rosary. Just be like, just hand them out.
Just bless yourself, please.
Sorry, I'm projecting your Catholic onto you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, Zane, she doesn't need any help with that. She still doesn't eat meat on Fridays.
It's true. I know. I don't really.
There's no reason for her not to.
I don't really go to church anymore. Sorry, Mom. But yeah, I don't.
Oh,
I know. Now my parents can't listen to the podcast.
that's getting too deep.
We'll move on to one of Emma's kinds of people.
Okay, so I worked at the front desk at this hotel, so I fielded a lot of complaints, and I know that was my job, like 100% that's my job. It's no longer my job when you.
It's still your job when you're dating Amy.
Yeah, that's true. I get a lot of complaints about Amy, her general attitude, and she smells kind of bad sometimes.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
I
smell.
said notes. I'll just be like, next time, Emma, make sure Amy does the follow. No, I'm kidding. It's like a director. I just sent her notes.
Yes, so no, I sit at the front desk, and so I get a lot of complaints from other departments, which is fine, but it's like, people don't always complain in a way that, do I have to separate you two?
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
In a way that I can deal with it. Like, they're like, they go on for hours and hours about some little thing, like, the food in the restaurant was not perfect, and I'll be like, you want to talk to the restaurant
I'm not the
manager?
chef.
First of all, I'm not the chef. You could have talked to your waiter. You could have talked to somebody. I don't have any control over this. That's mostly what working in a hotel is like.
Yeah, that's about all of it. My second kind of people that there are is Steve, who lives there.
Steve.
Steve.
I think you told me about this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably getting pretty specific with the grocery store I work in, but we're open 24 hours.
Oh.
And there's this.
And it starts with the. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, the two I'm thinking of, that's still the two that they start with the.
Keep going.
Okay, well, anyway.
Sorry.
There's this guy who I saw him come through. I was working self-checkout. He came through and he bought like a candy bar, and then he.
I love a self
What about
checkout. Can I just cover? Sorry, I'm interrupting, but I love me a self checkout. I just like feeling independent, that I have control over how I bag my items, and like sometimes you're buying something, you're like, not everyone needs to know that I'm buying this. You're like, not everyone needs to know what toothpaste I use.
You are neglecting to remember the fact that it announces every item that you scan.
Oh, I guess at the unnamed grocery store that you work
Yeah.
at, does. Everywhere else it does not announce
Yeah,
what I
because
buy.
most people very quickly realize that was a poor choice.
It's just, yeah.
That fic that I sent you that you never finished reading has a section about that in it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a good one.
Anyway.
I keep on saying this, but let's keep it like, we're already over on time already.
Yeah, we got right. Steve who lives there. He lives there. He buys something like every 2 hours, and he just kind of loves it. He's nice. Steve is nice. Steve can stay. Let's see.
I'm sorry, is it my
Hashtag
turn?
save Steve.
Oh, I guess.
I guess it's I think it might be my turn.
Oh,
I guess.
taking the reins.
Oh, I have a fun one actually. The kind of people who come to hotels. I got a call from a guy about 2 weeks before he was going to be there, and he was like, "Hey, I've got sort of a strange favor. I would like to point out that he didn't tip me for this, and I was a little bit annoyed because this was definitely an extra thing that I didn't.
Is this
need
family
to do.
friendly?
It's definitely family friendly. I could see how you would go there. It being a.
Okay, keep
I'm
going.
stop talking. I'm sorry. No, so he called me. He's like, "Hey, I have sort of a strange thing I would like to request. Is there any way you can build a blanket fort in the room?" And I was like, "I mean, just for your kids? Wouldn't they like to do that themselves?" He's like, "No. My girlfriend and I are coming, and I want to propose to her in it." And I'm like,
That's
I got
adorable.
this. I got this. So then me and the GM went and did it because I was really good friends with the GM. She was a super nice lady. So we went and we built a blanket fort, which I am the queen of, by
That's
the way.
adorable.
I am the blanket fort master. And it was really cute.
But can we also talk about how awkward proposing in a hotel room is?
I mean, I guess. It wasn't the building that burnt down, so they can always return.
Yeah, it's just.
Okay, by the way,
I
the
think that's
building
adorable, but I just can't quite understand why you'd.
I don't know if he was proposing in the room or if he was just wanted the room to come back to. I don't know. He said he was getting engaged. That's all I really remember.
Interesting. But it sounds cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sounds
It was
whimsical.
a good time.
Full of whimsy.
I think I'm just gonna.
So let's do one more from each
yeah,
of you.
one more kind of person that there is.
So we got one more thing to do after this.
People who get arrested. Every once in a while, I'll
Tell
see someone
me
get
about
arrested. So what happens when someone gets in trouble at this store is that the security guys go and get them, and then just put them in this nondescript room for like 2 hours, and then the police come and take them away. I don't know anything more about the room. I don't know what it looks like. I don't quite know where it is. I just know that they exit at some point, presumably. It's a spooky place.
Don't get arrested at unnamed grocery store for 24 hours. Okay, last one. Here you go, Eva.
All right, so I picked this last one, and I'm just going to completely ignore the ones from my other job because these ones are better anyway. I'll start my own podcast and just complain about being a barista. It'll be great.
Okay. I'll produce it.
So I'm so down for that. So my
Coffee talk.
you got to say it like that. You got to go
Coffee talk.
I like it.
I'm not from the East Coast, but I'll work on my accent. No, so because the place that I worked at did a lot of weddings because it was out in the wilderness.
It's a hotel. Hotels do weddings.
Yes.
Nice ones.
Yeah, it was nice. It was pretty
You
good
don't have
stuff.
you don't have a wedding at the Motel 6.
Actually, one of my family members got married there.
At a Motel 6?
No, at
Oh,
the hotel that I worked
Okay,
at.
sorry.
I thought it was a Motel 6 too.
I'm
to
just
be
like,
fair.
dang.
I'm sorry, you've met my family. They're lovely people.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. Okay.
I know
Too
you guys,
deep.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, so the last wedding that I did, this was probably the nicest wedding that which sounds weird, but like a lot of times you get, the grouchy bride family stuff. Like the whole group is just super stressed out and they don't know what's going on and nothing ever goes right. By the way, on your wedding day, just chill. Just freaking chill. Like, it doesn't matter.
Fun fact, I'm the best man in a wedding in June.
Congrats.
Fun stuff. Not your guys' wedding.
No,
as you guys
no,
are not getting married, but
No. Ever?
yet.
Did you? Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Aw.
I don't know anything. So if one of you's about to, so if one of you's mad at me now that one of you's gonna propose, then that's
I'm just putting a ring back in my pocket.
Serious. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. What if you need to propose on the podcast in like however long if we're still doing the podcast?
Quinn has already decided what rings we need to use when we get married.
I'm just
Really?
saying.
I'll tell you about that later.
We can have a podcast wedding.
Aww.
Aww.
Okay, well, continue your
right.
your story.
So this was one of the nicer weddings.
Don't
and
kill
I
my
think-
dream of a podcast wedding, Amy.
I think it's because they were more of a laid back type of person. And I only they were all the female members of the wedding were strippers. So
This took a turn.
Family friendly.
so they
Women of the night, business women.
Well, no,
some would
they
say
weren't
entrepreneurs.
women of the night. They were they danced. They
Couldn't
were
you say-
exotic dancers.
Couldn't you say that all women are women of the night because they're all alive during the nighttime?
I'm gonna say I feel like a woman of the night because it's night right now. It's kind of dark in here. There's nice mood lighting.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So anyways, they all come in and they're like, they've all got these really cool tattoos and stuff. I like tattoos. I think they're fun. And they've all got these they all looked really well put together and it was like the whole thing. About 2 hours into the after party of the wedding, the groom comes down and he's like, hey,
Oh no.
have you seen the bride? And I'm like, I'm sorry, isn't that your job now? Like,
Let's just.
like, I mean, I'm
okay.
not saying that you own her. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, shouldn't you keep track of your newly... she's your spouse now. This is your job to keep an eye on her. So this then turned into like a 2.5 hour search with security and like all the waiters and stuff trying to find this woman. I don't actually know what even ended. I think they found her. She just ended up back in her room somehow, and that wasn't the first place they checked for some reason. And they didn't find out until the next morning. And I wasn't working for the next couple days, so I kind of forgot about it. But it was just, it sort of boggled me that they'd lost the bride.
How do you lose a woman? You forget to cherish her.
Aww.
I feel like that doesn't bode well
The
for
smallest
that wedding,
violin in
that
the
marriage.
world.
Anyway, that's my favorite story.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're going to do something fun. We did this last podcast, and we really had a great time doing it, so we thought we'd do it again because it was absolutely amazing.
And I, again, missed the last podcast, so I have no idea what's happening.
So, last podcast, we did a quiz called What Percentage of a Disaster Human Are You? And that went really well. In this podcast, we're going to do What Kind of Millennial Are You?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I'd like to note that the subtitle is hopefully the good kind.
Oh,
so
Lord.
who I want
This
to
is
know who
slightly
wrote this.
generationalist.
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
I'm
looking at
say.
this woman that is the picture, she's got to be at least 30. So she's not a millennial.
It's just all
You're not a
Wade.
millennial until you're 36, right?
Yeah,
If you-
millennial's
well,
pretty
I mean,
broad.
I mean,
That's-
you're not.
We're on the end of the millennial spectrum.
That seems dumb. I feel like my brothers should be millennials. They're 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Well, they're a different generation, I think. I think there's a different generation mark.
That seems.
Never mind. We just
Okay,
need to do
whatever.
this. So let's format it this way. I'll read the question, and then Amy, do you want to read the option the options to answer?
Sure.
And I'll just scream in the background.
Sure. I'm not opposed, as long as my apartment complex doesn't start knocking on my door. So I just shut up.
That'll be a fun addition to the podcast.
Woo!
So I'll read the question. Amy will read the options. So the first question is, how do you live?
All right, and the options are with my parents, with roommates, alone, with a partner, under the sea,
Under the
or
sea.
other.
I'm gonna go with Under the Sea because I'm a Disney freak. I think that's hilarious. But
Yeah,
I actually live alone.
I was gonna question who would answer that, and now I have my answer, and I'm glad.
That's just like last time there was a question that was like, do you blank? And I was like, yes. And Amy had to ask me what that meant. And then one of the options was I had to ask what that meant. I was just like, perfect. There we go.
I have a question because I live with roommates, but one of them is my partner.
Yeah.
This Amy.
I would say
being
with
here.
roommates then.
Okay.
Or you can say other.
Here,
But
you
it's both.
you say roommates, and I'll say with a partner, and then we'll.
There we go.
we'll
Okay,
average
that
it
works.
out.
That
Okay.
works.
I like it.
The next question is, what do you want?
What do you want? Tell me what you want.
Amy, read the.
It's a job, a house, a child, a dog, money, or love.
I really want a dog.
Amy, I love you, but I'm also going with a dog.
Because I want a Siberian Husky.
Those are so cute. They're super
Yes.
energetic. You have to walk them like 6 times a
I
day.
want one though.
Okay. But you gotta walk it like 6 times a day.
Petfinder.com. How many times? Okay, Petfinder.com gets me real emotional. I will go on Petfinder.com and my sister and I will send each other pets. So we'll be like, I want this pet.
Aw.
I want this one. I
Our
want
other
this one.
roommate and I kind of.
But the best thing is they have the worst like Match.com descriptions under them. So it's like, Daisy loves long walks on the beach.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
And she always loves canned food instead of dry food. And be like, she loves to have nice evenings on the couch watching Netflix. And it's just like,
Oh,
it's so
what a
funny.
doll.
And like sometimes they're the third person to like they're mostly in the third person. Sometimes they're in the first person, which is even more awkward. It's like, I love to run around and play. My favorite time of the day is nap time. Like it's hilarious. Okay.
I think I'm gonna say a house because I just got a new apartment. I'm really excited about it.
Aw.
Oh.
The next question, pretty poignant. Do you care about getting married?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to read the.
Amy.
You have to read the
Oh
options.
yeah. Yes. No. Not sure. Sometimes I'm already married and I don't want to be married.
And I'm gonna go with. I'm already married for the single.
I want to go with no follow up on this one. Just gotta say your answer. No follow up.
Okay, I'm already married.
I'm not saying she's already married.
I'm already married to you, Dumbo.
Keep moving.
Sorry.
Okay. Sometimes. I'll say sometimes.
I'm gonna go sometimes as well. How do you feel about cars?
I don't care about cars. I love cars. I love driving. I hate driving. I don't drive. I want a fancy car.
I want a fancy car.
I hate driving.
My sister got obsessed with this car, and I'm now obsessed with it too. The Teslas. There's a model of the
Teslas are
Teslas
cool.
that have suicide doors.
I put suicides on the tour bus.
But it's-
What's a suicide door?
It's where the doors go up.
Why is that a suicide door?
I'm not sure. I think it might be because so you could roll out the door.
Oh.
Because it's hard to open doors when a car is moving because of wind.
Oh.
And so suicide door. Yeah.
That seems like it should be an emergency egress door or something. Okay, whatever. Anyways,
Yeah.
I want a fancy car.
Do you identify with the millennial label?
I guess yes, no,
Bleep.
heck no, because we're a
Thank you. Okay,
family-friendly
move on.
podcast. I don't even know, and I am the ultimate millennial. I'm saying I'm the ultimate millennial.
I'm gonna say I don't even know because that seems like a very millennial thing to say.
I'm between.
yeah.
I'm between. I guess, and I'm the ultimate millennial.
You're the ultimate
You
millennial.
are.
Okay, I
Zane,
am.
I
As
love
we
you,
sit
this
in
is
my
the answer.
apartment that's full of IKEA furniture and. What's your opinion? What's your opinion on food?
I'm kind of a foodie. I try to eat healthy. I'll eat anything. I don't cook. I cook all the time. I don't care about food.
I'm kind of a foodie. I like
are
restaurants.
kind
I
of a
like
foodie.
cooking.
Yeah.
I'm into that scene.
I will try anything twice.
Was that one of the options?
No,
that
I-
was-
Okay. I'm like,
I was
what?
like, I'm on my own quiz.
Yeah, I was doing a different quiz now.
I'll eat anything. Sorry, that's my answer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't really cook, so I'll say I don't cook.
What's your opinion on social media?
I use it all the time. I hate it. I don't use it. It makes me feel bad. It's a big part of my life. I only use it sometimes.
I'm gonna say it's a big part of my life because I'm a social media coordinator for a student group on campus.
What a millennial occupation.
Thank you.
Also, you're posting this all over everything.
That's true.
Yeah, all of the things: iTunes, SoundCloud, website.
I'm gonna say it
email,
makes me feel
whatever.
bad. I use it all the time, but perhaps not for the
I'm
best.
gonna say I only use it sometimes.
How do you feel about talking on the phone?
Ooh, I love talking on the phone. It's
This
a
is the last
necessary
question.
evil. I talk on the phone all the time. The phone is for losers. Losers.
Lizard, loser.
Lizards.
Oh, don't tell Eric. Our friend Eric is very into lizards.
He loves
Oh.
lizards. Shout out to Eric who loves lizards. Shout out to all the Erics who love
Which
lizards.
is hilarious because my dad's name is Eric.
Does he love lizards?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Why
really
don't you know if your dad loves lizards? What kind of
It's
son
just not a
are
fact
you?
of that. Dad, tweet at me.
Oh,
I know my father's afraid of snakes, and I don't have to worry about saying that
Well,
because he will never listen to this.
My dad's actually a big fan of the podcast. He listened to episode 2. He texted me. He was just like, "Podcast is great. Keep it up."
Aww.
And I'm like,
How
"Yay!"
supportive.
Oh no, you guys, something terrible just happened.
Oh,
Oh,
did you
did you
delete your
lose
quiz,
all of
Amy
your-
Vinker?
Okay, I'm just gonna go through.
Go quickly as we answer the last
Okay,
question.
yeah, you guys answer. I'll do this.
I'll read the questions and answers for you.
Well, this is the last question.
I know, but I'll read them really slow so you can catch up.
So how do you feel about talking on the phone? I like talking on the phone, but like if I don't I would
Yeah,
rather
I'd
talk
rather
on the
read the
phone.
answers.
If I need to have a question, like if I need to go like talk about something really quick, that could be like texted out, but it'd be like a long text message.
Yeah.
Like I find a hard time balancing those two.
I find that I have to concentrate more when I'm texting on like what I'm saying. If I call, I can just say it and then I can
Yeah.
just deal with it.
So I'm gonna say I love talking on the phone.
Same.
Okay.
So it's a
Whoa.
necessary evil.
Okay. Answers are here. Who wants to read first or answer?
Ooh, I'm a tough millennial.
I'm an anti-millennial.
Me too. I'm an anti-millennial. You're not.
Nice.
You're not like other millennials. You don't fall into any of the stereotypes. You're not entitled or trying to make a career out of making kittens do magic tricks on YouTube. The word millennial probably makes you cringe.
I mean, it does, but because it's not a
I
real
don't-
thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate, but okay.
Yeah,
What's your description?
You're not one of those sensitive, entitled millennials everyone is always making fun of. I totally am. This quiz is false. This is a trash quiz.
Dang, the last one was so accurate.
It says, you've seen some things. You've been through some stuff. But you knew how to handle it. Now no one can mess with you. I don't know. I got champagne millennial when I mispressed the button.
Oh.
But I don't know.
I feel like this is trying to make all of us feel like hipsters.
I guess the podcast is ending on a note of disappointment, which is probably what most of our listeners feel after they listen to our podcast.
It's almost like it's
The literal worst.
Literal worse, which you
Oh.
can listen to on iTunes. You can leave a review for us. You can listen to it on SoundCloud. You can also leave comments on SoundCloud. Plus, you can follow us on SoundCloud too if you don't want to subscribe on iTunes. And then our website's there. There's also every once in a while I post some things from the podcast on our website as like special things. So yeah, they have lots of
What a
opportunities.
bombshell to end on.
Challenge for next week. We want to get some questions from you guys. So if you want to ask us any questions, email us at thelittleworstpodcast@gmail.com, or leave a question in your review on iTunes or on your comment on SoundCloud. Lots of options.
So many options.
Or you
Check
can tweet
them
at me,
I was gonna say,
at
or
Mr.
there's
Zane
a
Morris on Twitter. So yeah,
out. On Twitter.
on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Could you repeat the name? Because I'm pretty sure we were both talking over it.
At Mr. Zane Morris. And if they were listening to other podcasts, they would have known that already.
Okay, but I just wanted to make
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
here for your friends.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Roll away. She's on a roll chair. Roll away.
There she
Bye.
goes.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Bye.